Shalom,
Shalom.
giving all praises and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Ba'ashem
Ba'ashem
HaKakodash,
HaKakodash.
double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone that rule well. Peace of blessings, the saints Yaki among the four corners of the earth, that push this gospel in all sincerity and in truth. The brothers from Great Millstone Trinidad, the brother,
Jordan.
and the brother Nakamaya, to do our edification, to the Bayat child that were the house of David, the elect. Alright, so jumping straight into it. Is Psalms 140 and 8. Grant not, O Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. La. And that is the name of the lesson. What's the name of the lesson, brother?
Can woe to the wicked and his devices.
Yeah.
Can Yabashim Yashai can bring destruction on these evil people on them because you don't see them what them agenda is, what is elites, right? And these so-called kings of the earth, right? You see what them agenda is and nothing good.
Can. Nothing good. And in Psalms 83, we understand, Psalms 83 and 2, it says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. You understand? A few years back, Bill Snakes and his wife say they wanna, yab up, the Latinos, the natives, and the so-called Negroes first. You understand? So we understand their agenda. Their agenda is against the Israelites. You understand? And there's that hatred, that perpetual hatred from the beginning. The scripture say you put enmity between her seed and thy seed, and all through time you see the hatred against the so-called white people against the so-called blacks. Right? Continue. It says they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that is what they want. They want to cut us off from being a people. They want to have us in bondage, have us in slavery all the time. And that is the master plan. That is master plan. To have all of us in slavery by the what? The RFID. You understand? That is the ultimate plan. To have all of us in captivity again by that, that smart device. What we people thinking to be, knowledge increase. That way, that is a smart way. I know walk around with no keys no more.
Yeah,
Yeah?
So convenient.
Yeah.
Everything for the jigs and it's so convenient and easier that they want to make life on this earth easier for them. They want to be comfortable, but it makes sense they being comfortable as the saying you can see. This life it come like making it in this life now, it come like winning the lotto on the Titanic. You understand? We're gonna go on, it makes sense they win it.
Yeah.
That makes sense because it is leading to destruction. As scripture says, there's a path but it united to destruction.
Yeah, scripture says Israel are homeborn slave. Them love captivity. That's our way out of this hellhole we in here. Going against our power. When we supposed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, we didn't. We broke the covenant that we made with him in Exodus, 24. A blood covenant, a marriage, and we break it. We say I do, and we didn't do. So you led us into captivity all these times, and the way out is turning back. Returning to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And if it was up to 2/3, or we in captivity forever, because they will never return. And that's why the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai make a way out through the elect. The elect not gone caught up in these devices. So Malachi will bring the
That way, book of 2 Corinthians 20:11 say, we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah.
Just given our foresight to see you from the beginning.
Can you want to bring it?
Yeah, can I bring it? Book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And what the word ignorant mean? Lack of knowledge. Right? As I now say, we was given the foresight to see, we know what's going on. Right? We know the tricks that Esau have up his sleeve. Right? Because we was given our foresight to see. We was given the knowledge, as the scripture say, in Isaiah chapter 29. Right? The Most High part deep sleep upon the people. Right? So these niggas out here, these peons, these fucking degenerates out here that don't know what's going on. Right? These so have all these instructions out here to keep them in the bubble there. Right? But the elect, the 140 and 4,000 that was chosen from the beginning, he saw can't face us. Right? And that word face means distraction. To distract. Right? He saw cannot face us. Right?
So scripture say we are not ignorant of its device, eh? We are not ignorant. The next precept. You read this one, the Job.
This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Yeah, precept, because you haven't seen what these heathens haven't store for us, right? What they haven't store they want to do to the elect, but they cannot perform it to the elect. But these 2/3 jigs on them, because them already sell out, right? The jigs are already sell out, so them it come like we're going to Esau, come like to sell the boot, right? For blessings in this wicked place.
The scripture says, do hand join in hand. I can bring that precept. It's Proverbs 11:21.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21. It said, do hand join in hand, the wicked shall not, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
The elect can be delivered from the destruction to come. That's salvation via these so-called UFO, which is the charge of the Lord. You see, coming with clouds. And that cloud, he coming to deliver elect and destroy. It is, as the brother Calab said, double D, to deliver and destruction, destroy as well. You understand?
Simultaneously.
I'm what? I see at 28.
Remember scriptures up here, this Jeremiah 49 verse 12. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink off, right? Because hey, what you go on? Everybody in the world get drunk off of her philosophies.
Yeah, for madness, we read the next verse. Just real quick. Jeremiah 50. Bear with me a second. They're mad. Continue picture by then. Let's see your phone there. Finish stuff.
Yeah, it's in verse 12. It say, for thus saith, but for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink off the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Because hey, he have set all these other heathen nations, right? Esau, Edom especially, have a set judgment. Yeah, but as the precept say, everything have a time and a place. right? So them judgment that will surely they're not going to go unpunished. They have to pay, right? As the scripture say, for blood defile the land, so we're gonna cleanse the land, them blood gonna cleanse the land likewise. It say that it say thou shall not go unpunished, but thou shall surely drink of it.
So surely drink of it. And then the precept here, Jeremiah 51:7, it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. All of them drink. You understand?
Everybody drunk off of that wicked philosophy, right? Everybody going on how I say it, going on Esau Road, right? But Esau Road going straight to death. So if I don't follow Esau, we're gonna go on. 2/3 and all too, right? 2/3 want to follow as the scripture say, I think follow not the oppressor, choose another ways. So what if they want to follow the oppressor and choose the ways? Well, what they gonna recompense is death and destruction.
The scripture we know, we don't hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, because the scripture says in Jeremiah that they surpass the wicked. Them more wicked than the wicked, because the wicked was created to be wicked. And all they didn't create to be wicked, and all they surpass them. All they wicked like them joining with them. Right? Scripture saying Isaiah, we get this. Isaiah 28:15, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death and with hell, and we had agreement, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through it, it shall not overcome, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves, and I under Esau wings have they hid themselves. For we hid ourselves under a different refuge. Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust. We trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but then put a trust in man. You understand? Jumping down to verse 18, it says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. And the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then he shall be trodden down by it.
What the precept talk about those who put in their trust in man and making flesh his arms. We're going to go on. You trusting in who, boy? Come like you trusting in some Yahweh Shemashai make this place, right? And you trusting in who, boy? Trusting in the person who the Most High make, boy? That don't make sense.
The scripture. Go ahead.
Trusting the person that the Most High set up for a short period of time.
Yeah, Yapa.
And the scripture in Romans, they serve the creature more than the creator. You know.
We're going to quick precept here, Isaiah 31, and verse 1, it say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help to stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. Right? What David say, but he can't trust in the bow, he can't trust in the sling, he can't trust in the sword, but he can't trust in the Abashim, but these all wicked jakes. When I put a trust in who, boy? You already better now see her. Are you putting trust in somebody who can die by you, somebody who can surely fall? That don't really make sense. Why pay trust, right, in a creature when I can pay trust in the Abashim, the person who make this place, boy? You continue and it say, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. It say, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Can give me Psalms 146 and verse 3,
Because Psalms 146 and verse 3, put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. Verse 4, his bread goeth forth, he returneth to his earth, and that very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that had the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's power.
Right. But the point is, put not your trust in princes, nor the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. There is no help there. You understand that death coming there. You understand?
Yeah, we said this with Psalm chapter 33 and starting at verse 18. It said, behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. To deliver his soul from death and to keep them alive and famine.
Yes, the easy ones who want to be delivered. You understand? And the Lord, the prayer, you know, when them pray, he hear them. You only hear the prayer of the righteous. So 2/3 they have no chance. Because them is like heathen. Them join with heathen. Them is heathenistic. They heathen right now. So the Lord is not going to hear them. So all these devices they come on with, these heathens them join with it. But not the elect. What the scripture say. Not the least screen go fall out of your hand. Right? You know, Psalms 140. 8.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 140 and verse 8. It say, grant, O Lord, the desire of the
Oh, we read already?
Yeah,
21 and 11.
21 and 11?
Yeah, Psalm 21 and 11. We start with that one.
Yeah, can. 21, man. Oh shit, no, 121, sorry, yeah, that's one already. Can. This is book of Psalm chapter 21 and verse 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee, they imagined a mischievous device. It says, which they are not able to perform.
They ain't gonna be able to perform that device, that new world order, what they're trying to bring. They're not going to get a new world order. New world order coming, but it's Yahweh Hashem Shai new world order, a place where dwelleth righteousness. You know, the kingdom of heaven here right here on earth. All Israel, all being righteous, starting with the elect. You know, because the elect going to bring back the nation of Israel. So we're going to have many wives. You understand? Many women created, as the elder Apostle Gabar said, that is to show that we men, we more precious. Because what is going on? When you're fishing and they come and few, the price is ways, right? Right. So the fewer is the more precious thing. And like the men, there's plenty more woman was created. And they just show you how a man, you know, supposed to have many women. Because if a woman and a man is a payoff, what's going to happen to all these just a woman? They're going to what? They're going to say that scissors, that will be abomination. You understand? So it goes to show, you know, for all you women and that can't deal with it, all I can say to deal with it is you have 1-1. You understand? 7 women going to cling to one man. And that is after these things, after that R5, these are the kick off. You understand? And they wanna instead of behead, instead of kill, instead of, if the scripture say you get locked up for 10 days to try, they did that R5 to try the whole world. You understand? And only the elect will stand. Because being a part, you know, hopefully like we will talk proud, you know, and hopefully like we are accustomed to fasting, putting everybody under subjection. So in them days we will be able to stand when the Lord say 3 days ain't go eat then get food, we go stand. Like that device that wicked trying to come with. And either force farming coming with. Destroying all the farms, destroying all the cows. You understand? To make the place hard to depend on him. So when he come with that RFID now, hey, the way are kicking back off the place.
The only way out. Yeah, yapa.
But you know Nehemiah 1 and 9? It's not going to take place Esau, Edom.
Let's look at Nehemiah 1 and verse 9. It say, what do we imagine against the Lord? It say, he will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time.
Yeah, you afflict we before. You had us in captivity. You raped our woman in front of our eyes. You dash us or babies against the rocks. You use them as alligator bait. You understand? You break the men, you make them wear dresses, you know, feminize them. You turn a woman against us, you turn the dark skin against the light skin. You did that in slavery, and you do even worse. We have records on, and we do have records on, you do worse. You understand? You understand? But that not going to happen again. You're not going to have us in captivity again. You understand? That's not going to take place again. So that different kind of captivity. That's a more how to say that one, boy? A more advanced slavery in your mind. That chip is going to be able to control you. You understand? You going to know your whereabouts. You're going to be able to track you. Control you.
That's MOTB, microchip that will be the modern day branding, because back then in slavery it had the branding where you know they used to take that metal and brand there. You know, so you could know who the slave belonged to, the owner of the slave. Alright, and this chip, this RFID chip, is gonna be the modern day branding, the spiritual branding. You understand? So that is how deep it is really and truly. So really and truly, when they take this, that's why the scripture say, when they take this, basically you're going to be at a point of no return, you cannot repent. Right? Because when you take this, basically you say, hey, Esau is my God, the white man is my God. I submit to you, I pray to you, use my power, I trust in you.
Ultimately, if you were to control you, because how bad he's control everybody.
Yeah.
And now when you take that, even when you take the job, as Apostle does, you go gene gone, you have no faith in the Lord again. And when you take that in your hand now, he be able to control you. So if he be able to control it, you know, easy go there. That he trying to play God, because he know that God in control.
You hear what that boy say? He say that if I is a normal person and I want to be a pilot, you could just jump in the next man body. You remember this song with them chicks sing Freaky Friday?
Yeah. It's Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I woke up in somebody. I said, what? You know, wake up in the next man body and you could do about this back by faucet real. They sing it in a song. They sing it in a song, and I feel like it is them wanted them to sing that song. What kind of thing? I'll show you it is.
Right.
Next out, yeah, was something I hear. So that boy talking about who's the man? Who's talking about how I think it was Zuckerberg self who was saying it right. If you the implant the pain in
your head,
you could when they put that in your brain, you could be anybody you want to be. You can do anything you want to do.
Wow.
That is sure real it is.
Can.
But boy, yeah, watching me say I have something coming for these wicked heathens and
It's Psalm 64. Psalm 64 and verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, the elect, the chosen people. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Yeah, can. Who shall see them? Who shall stop them? That's what them thinking in their brain. Hey, them thinking that them is power. Them think that them is the heads of the earth. Right, as the scripture say, who said that in the throne? They understand? They feel like hey, them is top. Them how them in the heads of the world. They feel like they're above your bashing or shy. Because what you're looking to do, they don't ready to control these jigs and them with the so-called implants, right? They ready to control all this when they be like when they already controlling all that, and because me and Yakalas was talking about this, right? What Jake in the right mind going and be seeing the child say I'm machine my side zap zap. And Angel, the electman comes out, you get up in the tail and you bust on your freaking, you bust on your gun so da 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 da. What Jake in the right mind can do that? They had the boots up.
Yeah, can.
They had to be boots up. They still do that. I tell you.
Now you see, he gonna hard in the heart like sure. He gonna hard in the heart too. They gonna fight. They gonna be afraid and just fight.
Right. Most likely put that spirit on them to fight.
Yeah. So the scripture says in Psalms 14, it says, the fool had said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They eat them. They have done abominable works. There is none that do it good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek power. You understand? Micah 2:1.
Look at Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It's a woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Because these jakes them as soon as they slack your jakes, slack was saying jakes, that what these heathens them doing. Right? When they wake up, the first thing I said, but how I gonna oppress these people? How I gonna get these two-third jakes on them? What them ain't saying two-third jakes? How I getting these Negroes? You understand? How I get these niggas, how I getting them to take this boy? Right, this is how we gotta come like this. Yeah, we gotta say, yeah boy. You see this here? You can't do it all this if you lost a key, if you lost this, if you lost that. You understand? Help you, it can heal you. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking in their mind. They still get to these jakes and them, and these jakes them so bugged out in the mind. They're saying, yeah boy, that's what can I? And they're gonna tell them partner, hey, yeah boy, you see what's with that boy say there boy? You understand? Them nanobots and them nanobots and them can come and heal you inside and stitch up your arteries and because they make it in the movie Madam people was Bloodshot. Bloodshot with Solar Boy.
That what they coming with?
That movie I say way is freaking nanobots healing Solar Boy and
but that what they said the other day, they said that when they come out with they say that they could locate the virus. Remember that? When the C-19 was on the scene, they said that chip in it, that RFID, that MOTB could locate the virus and deal with it.
Yes.
You understand? So you can say that the way they could heal whatever virus they bring. Yeah, they're going to say that could heal them.
Yeah, the scripture say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Yeah, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That ain't the power of their hands. So them on top now, the elites are just sending out orders to oppress the poor, to oppress the perfect. Right, so we'll close on the Maccabees. These two-thirds, they conform themselves to that image, the bow, to that beast. But the scripture says the elect not go and bow to the image of the beast. Because why? They had the victory to the blood of the Lamb. Yeah, go ahead.
This is book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, in those days, went there out of Israel wicked men.
Now what the scripture say in Jeremiah? They're more wicked than the wicked. That wicked are the nation of Israel. Like 2/3, who we classify as 2/3 of our people today. Well,
it says, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
And that what they did. They make a covenant with death and hell.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
So you see, them don't want to do the right thing. Them find it's sorrowful to do the right thing. Conforming to the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai is you have to put your body as a living sacrifice. You have to fast. You have to stay away from sin. You have to do this. You have to do that. Sometimes you have to go days without eating. You know, you just bring it down low. Try You see, gonna try the 1/3 through the fire. Them in water trying, them water purifying. They don't want to be righteous again.
The wicked Jakes don't want to go through the hardship. But how we gonna inherit that kingdom if we ain't go through the hardship? As soon as they touch down from out of Egypt and they realize this is pain, they start to be like, wait, boy, father, boy, this is what you bring me, boy? Yeah. This is what you bring me, boy? We can't even eat. And they show Moses, and the first Moses was in the spirit, and I can now he started to get vexed. He was just so wrought with anger, like, hey, all these Jews have no faith in you about Shem Yashai. Let's see what the kind of plagues God of Israel put on Egypt, and yet still see, part of the whole Red Sea and bring all the truth and destroy Pharaoh army, and yet still the Jews have no faith.
And that is it. They don't have any faith. Faith is for the elect. Only the elect get that treasure of faith, right? Only the elect. That gift, right? That gift to the elect. And a second is just that is what 6 and 5, I believe. It say they got it for treasure. You understand? Only the elect have faith. So them have no faith. No matter what signs them see, they're not gonna believe. Your house shall come. When your house shall come, when you see show many signs, yet they still didn't believe. The Pharisees, all of them, they come, they will say, hey, take down yourself from the cross, and we go believe. If your house shall did do that, they still would have never believe. He raised Lazarus from the dead. What normal man could do that? Still didn't believe, so they showed no faith. Go ahead, finish it up.
It says, so this device pleased them well.
So we know them going to take that device. They're going to please them well to take that device. And what is the end result of that? Revelation 14 and 9. You can bring that, Malak.
Hold on one day. I'll bring it. I'll bring it. 14 and 9? Book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, to stand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they that slack and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
So I'm going to get part of that nuclear destruction. Anybody take that, they're going to be part of that nuclear destruction, that second death. So that is the ultimate judgment that anybody who take that MOTB. Where did you preach about?
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, straight to the point, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right, going back to where you mentioned, right, the chip be able to heal certain diseases. Right? Going back to the Renaissance period, right? When the scripture talk about in Revelation, Satan being released for a certain time period, right? There's Esau came back, there's the Most High giving Esau back his power, and Esau Xing out the images of the Most High, the true power, and paying up, and paying up his own images, exalting himself to be God. You understand?
Right? Call that iconicalism, like destroying our images, and then he set up his images. You know? Like when a son period, as the brother say, rebirth. When a son mean rebirth, he Jakes them bringing down the Dark Ages or the Byzantine Empire. You know, Jakes was ruling. We say nothing wasn't going on the earth at the time. Jakes ruling the scene for a little more than 1,000 years, and then he get rebirth through the angels and that disease in Europe and wiping out Jakes. And that is he play to crawl back in to rule. You understand? And they all prophecies being fulfilled. So now he play being to rule, and that rule coming to end, but he don't want to give it up. All nations get it part to rule, and they give up the time. We time reach, the kingdom get pulled down, they humble themselves and take the pull down. This one, most proud as the scripture say, he the one get that pulling down. So he set up space bunkers, space shuttles, NASA, this, that. and put weapon in it to fight that the Lord come in. Like that great war with Michael and them go and fight. You understand? And then what will happen? They gonna harden their heart, they gonna fight and gonna be destroyed.
Can.
You
Because they start to get so full of pride and all too. They're so pompous, like who could destroy me? Who could take me down?
Who could bring me down?
Yeah, can.
He kept telling over there.
Can. Hey, yapa.
Who could bring him down? And well, you go see who will bring you down.
Can. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. So the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. It say, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? But hey, what about Shemeshai say, come and sit in the dust. You understand?
What's that? Are you? No.
Can it say who shall bring me down to the ground? But the scripture say, hey, come and sit in the dust, boy. Virgin daughter of Babylon. You understand? Come and sit down on the ground.
Read verse 4.
It say, yeah, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. Yes, but I was talking about all the space force. You understand? All the satellites up in the skies. That if you like, they stop G's.
And have weapons on it.
Can.
And have weapons in the same shit. That video. A video was circling, the shooting at the chariot. They shooting the chariot and that's bouncing off, blowing it and nothing is happening. So what do you feel gonna happen in that day? Go ahead.
Yeah, it say, thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, bring it down. Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Can.
Grind meal. You understand what you gonna do? You gonna be in slavery. You gonna set a grind. You understand? Build up that kingdom for the nation of Israel. Elect them. Go ahead, could you
Book of Revelation chapter 18 and verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow gave her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen,
Can.
and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Verse 8, therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who judge her.
Yeah, can. She so feel that she can be up there for a while.
And this really a queendom, man.
Yeah, can.
It's
a queendom. Can. You see how much she had glorified herself, right? She telling herself, hey, we the heads of this place, but nobody can take we down. Nobody can take we down. We gonna be here forever. You understand? Some of them thinking that hey, that they're gonna fight against Yahweh Shemeshai and win. Because when I check it out, what will be portrayed in the movies? They portray in the movies that hey, when I check it out, any other bad guy, because it was like Thanos. You understand? The channel portray it in a kind of way. Thanos gonna give that I give Yahweh in a kind of way when they come and defeat him. But it ain't gonna work so. When Yahweh Shemeshai come and touch down, all they gonna surely be destroyed. It say and live deliciously because
the earth.
Yeah, can.
The fatness of the earth, they get a sword for a time.
Can.
A blessing. But they didn't. Go ahead.
That's why they had the audacity to set up a space force.
Can.
Because they think they could come against the chariots of the Most High. You understand?
But that blessing, they didn't listen to what Jacob said. Jacob tell them it's for a time. That blessing is from like Isaac. Isaac said that blessing is for Jacob. Go ahead.
It says so much torment and sorrow gave her, for she had said in her heart, yeah, Yahweh Shemeshai, but we gonna recompense righteousness on them by recompense tribulation, that is righteousness by. It say for she had sin in her heart. It say for she said in her heart, I set a queen, I am no widow. It say and shall see no sorrow. The soul feel that they're not going to see destruction. It said, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. The scripture said they're going to be destroyed in an hour. Can. It say come, it's plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and we don't see all the prophecies coming to pass, boy. Yabashima Shai, you're getting ready to destroy this place. Jacob shovel is right there, right around the corner. As the scripture say, if for now is your salvation, near than you believe. So where's the reverse scripture? The reverse scripture for them wicked Jake Simon and them 2/3 of them. Now is the damnation, the destruction near than they believe. But them really just seeing it like that. But the man of the Lord, the Abashim Shai give you the eyes to see.
It's a lot. The elites, they seeing it.
Can.
That's why they flee in Babylon right now.
Can.
The elites, yeah, because when you go to Revelation 13, 12, and they say that they know that they have a short time.
Can.
They know the day and they know the exact day and time as no man. But they have a short time and they know they have a short time. Hence the reason they will come down with that mark.
Can. These Revelation 6 and verse 15 says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Them going in hiding, as the brother said.
They are the original Neanderthal. When you think of Neanderthal, that's the original caveman. They run back to the habitation, to hiding. They stand to the rocks. Right, because that's what they are accustomed to. They are cowards, but since they get a blessing, the pride lifts them up. You understand? The pride lifts them up to the sky.
It says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who shall be able to stand? We'll close on our scripture. We will tell you who shall be able to stand. Revelation 15. And verse 1 says, I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, the destruction. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. That is John sawing over the ozone layer in a chariot, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, which is the elect, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass. They stand. Who shall stand? The elect shall stand. Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So the elect alone going to stand in that day. Everything else going to be destroyed. We say, come my people, enter into the chambers until the indignation overpass, until the righteous anger of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai pass. And that when you're going to see holy Jerusalem coming down. Not a city, but a people. You understand? So with that, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash. That will honor the apostles and others of great milestone that do well. Peace, love, blessing, decent, only folk on the earth, and push this gospel in all sincerity and in truth. If you, sisters, if you acquire them, listen in silence and obedience to their husband, shalom.
Shalom.